Hi everyone, welcome to my Explain a Concept on Swallowing. First, let's talk about some of the structures involved in the swallowing process. Here we have a visual of these structures. This is a side view. We can see the nasal cavity, the oral cavity, the teeth, tongue, pharynx, epiglottis, larynx, which is the structure that houses your vocal folds, the velum, and the upper esophageal sphincter. The stages of a swallow include the oral preparation stage, oral transit stage, pharyngeal stage, and esophageal stage. The oral preparation stage is when a person prepares the food they will swallow. The food will be placed in their mouth and the person will perceive this with their senses. Once it is in the mouth, the tongue will shape and position the food. Food will be moved to the molars, your back teeth, for chewing and grinding to break down the food. Saliva mixes with food during this stage. Saliva serves to make the bowl slippery or help stick it together. There are 3 glands that this saliva comes from. These glands are shown in yellow in this diagram: the parotid glands, the sublingual glands, and the submandibular glands. The parotid glands secrete slippery saliva. The sublingual glands are under the tongue and secrete thicker, glue-like saliva, and the submandibular glands secrete a combination of both. At the end of this stage, your tongue will check to see if the food, now called a bolus, is ready to move on to the next stage of swallowing. If it's not, it returns to your molars. If it is, it goes on to the oral transit stage of swallowing. There are many movements of the oral mechanism at this stage. The tip of your tongue moves to the ridge right behind the front teeth, and the tongue moves the bolus back towards the pharynx. When the bolus makes contact with the very back of the oral cavity, the pharyngeal phase is triggered. At the pharyngeal stage, 3 things are happening at the same time. The airway becomes protected, pressure is generated, and the bolus moves further down the oral tract. The tongue moves back, pushing the bolus into the pharynx. The velum elevates, preventing the bolus from entering the nasal cavity. The tongue movement causes an increase in pharyngeal pressure, encouraging the bolus downward. The airway becomes protected by the vocal folds clamping shut, and the epiglottis drops down to cover the larynx, which you can see in the diagram in the middle here. And the bolus passes by the larynx with the help of the pressure generated and the pharyngeal muscles sequentially contracting. The larynx elevates and the upper esophageal sphincter relaxes, allowing food into the esophagus. Then on to the esophageal phase. This starts when the bolus enters the upper esophageal sphincter. It is approximately 2 seconds long before the bolus enters the stomach through the lower esophageal sphincter. Thank you for watching and have a good day.